talk to him again. Yeah, let's get some sleep. Because this section is so fucking tiring. It takes so goddamn long. Such a huge break from the action. Yes, viewers, I am that kind of gamer. I generally don't give two shits about storyline, especially when it gives me too much of a break from the action. Now, if it's an extremely well-written storyline, like, say, Majora's Mask, or my own #1 personal, this is the greatest game in the entire world, favorite fucking game, then, of course, it also helps that their storyline doesn't give me a fucking 40-minute break from the action. It's goddamn insane how long this goes. Fuck you, Kalm. Oh! Random things. I have finally decided on what I'm gonna do after Tenchu Wrath of Heaven's Let's Play, which of course is gonna be coming right after this Let's Play. I'm gonna hark back to my second favorite game in the entire world, and indeed my second favorite game series, excluding the third game because that game just kinda sucked. But either way, I'm going to be doing the Golden Sun series, minus the third game because that game sucks and I don't have a DS emulator nor a DS. Even if I did have a DS, I wouldn't have any way of recording off of said DS anyway, so. Either way, I'm going to be doing Golden Sun and Golden Sun The Lost Ages. 100%. There are only 3 games in the entire fucking history of games that I actually want to 100%. These being my #1 personal favorite game, which will be Let's Played later, Golden Sun, and Golden Sun The Lost Ages. These games, oh my god. I bet I'm pissing some of you viewers off just by averting yeah. Supposedly there's a way to unequip Sephiroth's materia here, and you'll be able to keep these materias that you unequip, and when it changes back to regular game, but I've never been able to figure out how to do that glitch. I think what you have to do is, it's actually a part of another glitch way earlier in the game, which I actually have done, where you can get Sephiroth for a good, actually Sephiroth all the way up until Kalm area. But, yeah, I don't know how to get unequip Sephiroth's materia through glitch or otherwise in this one section, but I'm not going to show off the glitch to get Sephiroth in your party up until Kalm area, because it's just so horribly time consuming and really isn't all that worth it, considering it's about a 60-40 chance that it will crash and corrupt your game. In fact, it has crashed my game and corrupted my game files when I have done that before. Basically, if you're going to do that glitch, you're going to want to play non-stop all the way up until you can get to the Kalm area. Oh well. We will, of course, be seeing this area not in the too distant future, actually. And this, of course, Sephiroth explains exactly what materia is, and this is why I've been avoiding saying exactly what materia is, because it is explained. That guy's freaking the fuck out. Oh well. Can't do nothing for him. So, viewers, I may actually have a couple, 2 more co-commentators lined up for some episodes coming up. I, of course, can't give a definite answer on this, but if it does happen, I will, of course, have it in the annotations on this video that yes I do or no I didn't get anyone else. But either way, they will of course, just like Megaboo64 and my girlfriend, be a complete surprise. Want to try to kill these to join me a co-commentary, but unfortunately, since I had to move early last year, I can no longer do that, considering he's still up in Virginia. Holy shit tits. Oh man, I missed Toonami. I really fucking did. So yeah, still a bunch more boring fucking dialogue. I still really need a calm area. Before y'all ask, yes, I'm going to be getting the enemy skill that's coming up, but that's after I do some significant level grinding, because I don't go with the generally accepted strat for getting this enemy skill, and quite frankly, this enemy skill isn't all that useful except for 3 bosses. After that, then the bosses get immunity to fire, making that enemy skill completely fucking useless. It's just an over-glorified, over-expensive fire spell. And once we get up to Nibelheim, once we get up to Nibelheim, the boss in Mount Nibel is the first to have absorbed fire, and essentially every boss after that, except for the optional bosses, will have immunity to fire, or absorption to fire. Not every boss after that, but you catch my drift, viewers. Essentially, it's only useful for the 3 bosses that come up after you get it, and then it's a completely useless enemy skill. Of course, with the boss that is coming up at Mount Nibel, we will get a much more useful enemy skill, because as far as I know, no bosses have any immunity nor any absorption to that enemy skill. Trine is a hell of a lot more useful than Beta, only because it costs less deal slightly less damage than Beta, but in exchange, as far as I know, no bosses have immunities to Trine. I still, of course, am not a huge fan of enemy skills because only, as far as I'm concerned, 3 of the enemy skills actually pose some sort of use to me, and even then it's not necessary considering I, as a kid, went through the entire game without getting any enemy skills. Bunnies with dots on their heads. That chick has giant tits. That's enemies for you. Anyways, yes, I'm gonna fucking save. Oh god. Oh god. It's only halfway done. I hate this area so damn much. Fuck calm as hard as you can possibly fuck it. In the ass. With a with a leather-bound iron pipe. Yes. Yes. Do it. Do it. So instead of talking to everybody because they pretty much have nothing to say, and even though it is the golden rule of adventure games and RPGs to talk to everybody at least twice, most of the time you get absolutely bumptious for dialogue. Except for Earthbound, which, by the way, I may actually let's play, but it may depend on what kind of shit goes down. And this, viewers, is a prime example of my already well-stated fact. Knowledge is power. Power corrupts. Sephiroth is evil, and so should you. So go to school. And after all, he's level 50 and already has a fuck ton of master materials. Hell, I don't start getting master materials until level 60 or higher. And that's with level grinding. It just takes so fucking long to get master materials. Actually, technically that's not true, considering since I got a bunch of double AP weapons, or double growth weapons, for essentially everybody in my party, except for one, but that guy doesn't get any materials that I really need to work hard on mastering anyways. Sure, I need to master all magic, summon, and command materials, but magic and command materials don't actually take all that long to master in comparison to the summon materials. Especially considering how quickly you get the summon materials, you don't have all that much time to work on one until you get the other ones. Which basically entails having all summon materials as soon as you get a double growth weapon, immediately putting the summon materials on said double growth weapons. No, I think I've actually seen this. Give me a second. I need to pull up Funimation. Funimation Entertainment.